supper and a mother at the best place around. Some stupid with a flare gun burned the place to the ground. Smoke on the water, fire in the sky. Smoke on the water. Burned down the gambling house. It died with an awful sound. Funky and Claude was running in and out, pulling kids out of the ground. But when it all was over, we had to find another place. Swiss time was running out. It seemed that we would lose the race. Smoke on the water, fire in the sky. Smoke on the water.
You wanna know what goes on backstage? Oh, come on. Let me take you by the hand. Ow!
Rudy, are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
The way I see it, Barry, this should be a very dynamite show.
You know, I have no idea what the name of this program is, but you're watching it.
Backstage,
All you ever want,
backstage,
all you ever need.
backstage.
Your dreams will be fulfilled once you are there, you'll never wanna leave. You wanna sell your ass for that backstage pass. Backstage is just for the invited. Backstage, they've laid on everything.
Hi, darlings. I welcome you to another episode of RUDI Backstage International. Excuse me. This is number 101. So I'm again in Spain. I'm looking out here. It's a beautiful day, afternoon actually, and this is the ocean. It's almost a little bit like when I was doing this there, where it became really nice amongst us. Many people write me and say, you know, it was in the lockdown. I hope there is no more lockdowns, but you know, this thing is not over, and it's going to be a very personal backstage today, with a few things that I want to talk about. First of all, I'm sorry. It again showed that, you know, really sophisticated programs like the number 100 cannot happen on Instagram and Facebook. Benny was taking so much care to edit it. You can still watch it on YouTube, on RUDI TV, and all the footage that's in there is mine, you know, or I cleared with the rights owners, and you know, within a few moments it was blocked, and then we took out everything that had music, and it was again Benny who was so kind and edited it, and they blocked it again. So this is, I mean, you remember when we had this problem when I was going live on Sundays. So YouTube, the RUDI TV is the place to view this, and there will be soon a different outlet for those kind of things where we sort of make it possible. So sorry for that. You want to see that? Please go to my YouTube channel. Then I'm having birthday soon, February 5th. And I have decided, as you know, I'm in Spain, and I will obviously see my boys, but I will be then around the birthday in Munich. I'm having another base in Munich now with, after I did the Freddy film with a great crew that is, new to me, but we worked great together on Freddy the Munich years. We also will do the international version because many people ask me, when can we see this? Well, soon in an international version, but it's not depending on me because there have to be some clearances done. But it was a big success on RTL and Nitro. And I'm gonna go to Freddy places. I will probably have a birthday lunch or dinner with Dietmar Holzapfel at the Deutsche Eiche. Also Herbie Hauke, the director of the Munich Rock Museum, who will do an exhibition in March on Queen, which is very, very, I can recommend it. I've seen stuff. There's also going to be some stuff of mine, but that's not the reason why I recommend it. Herbie is taking a lot of, care and asked me to write the foreword for his catalog. So that's going to be like a little bit memory lane, but this time without camera, just for myself. Birthday, yes, a little bit with my boys. As it looks, one of the boys will not be in Europe, but will be on a little cruise, and that is what it looks in the moment. I forgot something, as always. Let me just start this so that I have an idea. And the other thing is, obviously, Munich is close to one person who is a good friend of mine, and we did a lot of work together 2018 to 2020, the German rock star and superstar Peter Maffay. As you know, we did videos in the old days, but then again, and I'm looking forward to meet him and to see there might be something in the air. Then, of course, there will be also, I will come to the United States and work on this ABC project that I told you. It's not about Queen. It's another very, very big band. Maybe I've said it already, but I shouldn't actually say it because the contracts are not signed. So I have quite a, and then of course I have my talk show and my music program on Krone TV and Krone.at. By the way, 60 million hits on Krone.at. 60 million hits. I think per week. That shows you how big this thing is. Although it's from Austria, but that's where you can see the German version of RUDI Backstage, and which has the advantage, since it's television and it's all cleared, I do have a lot of videos and music in between. It differs from what we have here. I was originally thinking that I should do always the same topics, but this one, since it's now over 100 episodes, is different. RUDI Backstage in German has now its 50th already last week, and the talk show will have the 50th edition soon. Where we will talk about Falco, because on February 19 there is Falco's 65th birthday. In other words, he would be 65 if he was still alive. I'm becoming 64, and I'm very, very pissed off, to say in a nice way, that I can't do a little birthday party because of Corona and COVID, because I would so much like to sing the Beatles song, will you still need me, will you still feed me, when I'm 64, dum dum. You can only do that when you're 64. So, I mean, I can do it in 65. So, let's see. Maybe I recorded with a professional musician for YouTube and Insta. That's actually an idea. I should write this down. See, but the RUDI Backstage always brings me ideas as well. I also know with whom. It's a pretty famous musician, and I think he will do it. Yeah, I mean, although I was never a Beatles fan, but I respect a lot the quality that they have. And so the 50th talk show is gonna come soon. Um, and then I will stay short in Vienna, longer in Munich, probably to the US, and then probably back to Spain. I quite like it here, although I'm at the wrong island in the moment. I have two other islands in oh my God, there's now beginning a sunset. Wow. I can't turn it around because it's completely different in exposure, but I mean, I will post some stuff. You've seen some of the stuff anyway. What I'm looking for here in Spain, and maybe it's on an island, maybe it's on the mainland, is to find an alternative to Miami. I still have my company in Miami, and I have work to do in the US, and that's something I like and I enjoy. But for spending my private time, I always said my year is usually parted in 3/3. 1/3 of the time, although this year it was more, 1/3 of the time usually is European projects where I have to be in Vienna, Munich, London when there's no Corona. The other third is US projects where I used to be in Miami, and I will be in Miami as a base, but work in New York, Atlanta, or Los Angeles, Hollywood. I have very good new friends there. The Emmy winner, Sven Temmel, you should Google him. He's a great Austrian actor who was in my talk show, and he has just had a lead part in a feature film with Bruce Willis. He also played with Al Pacino in movies and with Robert De Niro. So he's like the coming Arnold Schwarzenegger, they say. And we are really good friends. And when I visit the US, I will go to LA and visit him, as well as Tony Zawinul, who is the son of Joe Zawinul, the great jazz musician, through his brother, who unfortunately died on COVID-19, only 54 or something. So there is new interesting contacts and projects. But what I wanted to say, 1/3 America, 1/3 Europe, and the third was work up here, like I'm doing now, where I'm writing something, I'm planning something, and that can be anywhere as long as I have internet. So this is why I think this might become Spain. Also, Italy is on the short list. Also, maybe Malta or Cyprus. I want to stay within the European Union for reasons which are obvious, because when the pandemic started, my boys couldn't enter until recently, and they have the United States as Austrians, which is bizarre. So. That is one thing which is the reason why I'm testing places here, and basically I can see again that whenever there is light and sun, RUDI is a happy man. Not that I'm on the beach or something, but usually it's enough when I see the ocean. Of course I want to jump in, but here it's a little bit different, because it's far further away. And obviously those islands here are all volcanic, and therefore it's all dark beaches, not the beaches that you used, or stones. And this is a little bit tricky. But anyway, so 101, I mean, wow, yeah, okay. And if you count the 50 Germans, it's already 150. And if you count, there was a prototype of Backstage with a different TV channel where I did about, I think, 30 episodes, if I remember. And so Backstage becomes one of the, I can say, trademarks. Yeah, I mean, I'm not selling anything under that name. And Oh yeah, there's another thing which comes into mind. Today is a very personal one, yeah. Because you remember I was doing a signing session in Montreux when I was reading 5 chapters of my forthcoming book, My Friend Freddy, which of course will come out soon. I tell you exactly when I know exactly when, and it's gonna be fab. But I said that the money that was generated, I'm obviously giving to the Mercury Phoenix Trust, and I doubled the money, by the way, and made a donation. And there will be soon something people said, Claudia, on the Mercury Phoenix Trust website. So yeah, that is some of the news. I mean, I'm doing today. I don't feel too well. And because I had news actually the last few days. I had a little bit of problems, having headache and feeling like just a little cold, but because it's very windy in the evenings here, and obviously when the sun is gone, because it's still winter time. I mean, after all, and as you know. I want to be super careful, and I'm gonna do a PCR test tomorrow in the morning for COVID, because I was at a birthday a dinner with 10 other people, and they were all vaccinated, but I didn't know who was tested or not. I was, which is something that's it's so funny, I mean. You actually have to, if there is people outside of your household, when you go somewhere, you have to ask them that they get tested, PCR tested, not antigen, before you sit down on a table. I mean, that's the time we live in. So anyway, resulting from that, but maybe it's also just a regular cold. I hope so. I will know. I will do the test tomorrow, and then I will know. I will let you know. This is most of the things that I wanted to tell you. I mean, there was there was also a little bit of an intermission on my Facebook, my personal Facebook page. Therefore, I would actually ask people who are following me on Facebook. I would ask you for something. The Facebook, the personal, the RUDI Dolezal, Facebook, was actually done by a person who is not working with me anymore. And she, for example, gave in the wrong birthday and whatever, which I now have to correct, because I am not really very talented with those things. If I wouldn't have my boys or other help, I can do other things. I can do videos, films, documentaries, writing books, etc. So there was a 2-factor identification thing, and of course I didn't do it because I didn't know how. Probably it's very easy, and my son would say, "Papa," and therefore for a week or two, the personal Facebook page where I always post everything that I also post on the Instagram, Rudi_Dolezal, was out of order. It's back on, but to avoid that, go to Rudi Dolezal Official on Facebook. That's the one that I sort of founded, where it cannot happen. I would say that anything happens. And there is also another one which a good friend of mine does, which is called Rudi Dolezal Stars and Stories. That's sort of a fan page. And there is other stuff, not only the stuff that I post. So I have to take some water. Yes, and very soon, I will have day 700 of not drinking a drop of alcohol, which slowly but surely becomes something where I think maybe I am staying because it does me well. And I was even thinking there's the 2 presents for Ruby and Benny. But if I show them to you now, then they are surprise presents. That I always do that when I go somewhere abroad. Then I bring something for my boys. It's little pieces of art, and it has to do with Spain. So if I do it now, then Benny didn't wanna, and also Ruby doesn't wanna know what it is. So you can write to me what artists you want me to talk in the future on RUDI Backstage. I mean, there's the obvious Queen thing, but I mean, don't forget, upcoming is Falco, where I had the privilege to do all the Falco videos, starting with Commissar and Rock Amadeus and Genie, up till even the one of songs who were released after his passing. And then obviously we also have the 10th anniversary of Whitney Houston's passing. I mean, with both of them, I did very personal films. On Whitney, it was actually two. It was Whitney Close Up, and it was Whitney Can I Be Me. Both completely different, but I think both quite okay done. I'm happy with my work. And with Falco, I did a 90-minute documentary. That's maybe the way I'm going in the future, that if I'm doing artists again that I've done in the past, I'm doing the one ultimate sort of last documentary. And with Whitney, I'm still not finished, because what was released as a close-up to me was a rough cut, because there was problems in the end with people involved, rights-wise, and I still have the ambition to do the ultimate. And fans ask all the time. Of course, I filmed 2 complete concerts, one in Mannheim and one in Leipzig, both in Germany. And because I filmed a lot of excerpts, like in Vienna, in Amsterdam, and I don't know where, during the 99 tour, My Love Is Your Love. But the 2 complete ones are most of it is unreleased. Whatever is in the 2 documentaries is in, but that's excerpts. And fans were always asking for the complete concert, which I always give as an answer. I need the estate of Whitney Houston for it, and the record company. The record company wants, and yeah, it's all, you know, business that my lawyers take care of, which I'm not really interested. But it influences what can go out and what cannot. By the way, Peter Maffay has a very interesting new album out. I know that most of you, let me talk German a little bit. Peter hat ein wunderbares Album, and what, I say German and start English. It's now, I don't know, it's the 20-something's time that all his albums start or go into the charts with #1, which is amazing. Yeah. And I like the guy especially also because he has a charity which helps children of places where they have traumas because of war or because of violence at home in the family, and he takes those children and gives them a 2-week on his cost, a 2-week holiday, either in Germany or also in Spain. And he does a lot of charity work, and I adore him for that. Yes, darling. So write me to about whom I should talk. As I said today, I have a little bit of a headache, and I'm a little bit nervous because of my test tomorrow. I will let you know how it runs. And I say, as always, thank you. Thank you for the many postings and reactions on YouTube to my 100 streaming. There will be another 100 soon and more. And as you know, the best way to watch this on YouTube is when you do the premiere, which is like the old time when it was live from my Miami office, which is still existing, which is 11 a.m. if you live on the west coast of America. It's 2 p.m. if you live in Miami or in New York City, for example. It's 7 p.m. if you are in the UK, or where I am now in parts of Spain, especially on the islands. And it's 8 p.m. in most of Europe and 9 p.m., for example, in Russia and Moscow, I have to say, and Israel. And so I'm always happy that you are my guest. I'm always happy that you listen and react. And I want to say, all the people who stay loyal will be very, very much rewarded with things coming soon. I don't want to say more, but thank you. Grazie mille. Merci beaucoup. Obrigado. Dankeschön. See you next Sunday when again it's time for Backstage.
You wanna know what goes on backstage? Oh, come on. Let me take you by the hand. Ow!
Rudy, are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
The way I see it, Barry, this should be a very dynamite show.
You know, I have no idea what the name of this program is, but you're watching it.
Backstage. All you ever want. Backstage. All you ever need. Backstage. Your dreams will be fulfilled once you are there. You'll never want to leave. You want to sell your ass for that backstage pass. Backstage is just for the invited.